All right. Says we are live. Let's check it out. Shout out to the No 304 show. Welcome back, y'all, to another week, another episode. I'm here at 78 Sports TV with my co-host, Brother Blue Ray. What it do?
What's up, 7A? What's going on, bro?
Man, chilling, man. You know what I mean? What's up with the chat, man? Y'all coming in here. Smash that like button as you enter the building. Share the video on all your social media. You know what I mean? Get it on out there. Let me see what we got in the building so far. We got Brandon Adam Perry. What it do, fam? Rick Blackwell. What's happening with it? My brother Jared Green. Salute. K Mack is in the building. Rod Neal up in here. Let's see. We got Jonathan Thompson. Salute. Mike Williams is in the building. The brother King Strict up in here. What it do? Sheldon, BBC Enough and Reloaded. What it do, Sheldon? Yeah, y'all share the video as people start coming on in here. What's up, Village brother? Salute. All right, man, we got a good show for y'all today, man. A lot of y'all watching the game, but we finna cook for y'all real quick on a few different topics, man. So let's go ahead and get right down into it.
Let's get it, my brother.
All right, let's see here. First thing first story of the day.
New court documents revealing how Austin Metcalf was stabbed to death at a track meet in Frisco. Police say another teenager had fresh blood on his finger when they found him at Kirkendall Stadium.
The affidavit shows that when officers arrived, Karmelo Anthony told them he got into an argument with Metcalf. And when the arresting officer said he had the alleged suspect in custody, Anthony replied, "I'm not alleged. I did it."
But Anthony told officers he only acted in self-defense and asked them if Metcalf was okay.
Several witnesses paint a different picture, and Metcalf's father told Matt Howerton he is not buying the excuse.
I had a dream last night, and Austin came to me and said, "I'm okay." It gives me peace. Doesn't mean I don't hurt.
The last 24 hours, unimaginable for Austin Metcalf's father, his mother, his twin brother.
Right now, I'm really numb, and I really don't feel anything. I just have to function.
Metcalf, just 17 when he arrived at Frisco ISD's district track meet Wednesday. His final breaths taken before 11 a.m., police say, after being stabbed to death by a fellow Frisco ISD student, 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony, now charged with first-degree murder.
My world's a little shattered.
An argument over where Anthony was sitting while the meet experienced a rain delay sparked a confrontation between the teen and Metcalf. According to arrest paperwork, Anthony sitting underneath Metcalf's team tent. You could see it from the air when we flew over the crime scene. Metcalf from Memorial High, Anthony from Centennial. A witness telling police Metcalf told Anthony to move from under the team's tent because he didn't go to their school. The witness telling police Anthony grabbed his bag, opened it, and reached inside and proceeded to tell Austin, "Touch me and see what happens." Investigators writing that Metcalf grabbed Anthony to tell him to move and that Anthony pulled out a black knife and stabbed Austin once in the chest and then ran away. When officers arrived, the knife was found and police say Anthony admitted to what happened, but said this to police: "He put his hands on me. I was protecting myself," even asking another officer if what happened could be considered self-defense.
What do you expect? If you're caught, the best thing you're going to do is try to lie your way out of it.
Metcalf's father telling me self-defense is not a reasonable excuse.
The truth will come out. There were too many people that were there that saw what happened. My own son told me.
In Frisco, I'm Matt. And
is rallying around the family of Austin Metcalf. The 17-year-old died after being stabbed Wednesday morning at a track meet in Frisco. Austin attended Frisco Memorial High School, and his classmates returned to school today, still trying to process that loss. The district brought in extra counselors to meet with some of the grieving students and teachers. Metcalf was stabbed inside Frisco ISD's Kirkendall Stadium, and police arrested 17-year-old Karmelo Anthony from Centennial High School. Both students were competing at a UIL track meet when they got into an altercation, leading to Metcalf being stabbed. His twin brother was there too, and their mother says he tried to save him.
All right. I'm sure everybody has heard about this story. Teen, two two students that allegedly are honor roll students, student athletes. Um, a situation happened down there in Texas. Blu-ray, what's your thoughts? Have you heard of this story?
Yeah. Right. It's about 20, 30 minutes away from where I live, man. It's a truly sad situation in my opinion. Uh, you know, I wish there would have been camera footage so we can really know the context, because it's basically one word against somebody else's word. Then the victim, his twin brother, was right there on the scene. So it possibly won't look good for the young gentleman, because his brother is there to testify, and then the other witnesses, I'm sure, are going to back up the young man that's unalive. So it's gonna be a real hard situation for this young man to try to get out of it, brother. I'm just gonna be real with you.
Right. Yeah, I agree that it's gonna be a hard situation for him to get out of, because and I said this on my Patreon. Is that the thing is this? They're gonna ask certain questions. For one, they're gonna say, "Why did you have a knife?"
Yeah, and then that's another thing. Let me interject real quick, because he shouldn't have had a knife on school campus, on school grounds. You know what I'm saying?
They went to meet. That's what they're gonna say. That's.
Mhm.
I've been on trial for self defense. I plead self defense. I know what they're gonna do. So this young man, he gotta, and I feel bad for him, because if he was trying to protect himself and he felt like he needed that knife, and he defended himself, they not going to let that. The media is already painting a different picture.
Yeah,
They're already pushing the narrative that this Austin Metcalf kid got stabbed. He was a victim, but they leaving out.
Okay, I got stuff to do.
Or they leaving out details, like they glancing over details, like he put hands on Karmelo Anthony. He told him that he confronted him and told him to leave from that area. Then they say Karmelo Anthony just up and said, "Touch me and see what happened." He had his hand in his bag. First of all, listen, I've been in a lot of situations. I've seen a lot of situations. It don't escalate that quickly. All right. Nobody say touch me and see what happened unless there's a threat made to touch you. All right. So Austin had to say to Karmelo, if you don't move, I'm gonna do X, Y, Z to you. For Karmelo to then say, touch me and see what happened. You don't just go from, hey man, are you in the wrong seat? Touch me and see what happened. That don't happen like that. That's ridiculous. So
I agree 100%.
Yeah, they leaving out that big part. Then other accounts say that the dude and his brother grabbed him, like they tried to jump him, whatever. Somebody in the comments just said it. They grabbed him and put hands on him physically, and then the youngster Karmelo pulled out the knife and poked dude, and then his twin brother backed off at that point and then held his brother. Now, if somebody can verify that, I doubt that the witnesses are going to tell the truth. I think they're going to side with the Austin Metcalf kid, but we'll see if there's any.
100%.
Yeah, we're gonna see how they gonna play it out there. But I wish this young brother, because they see he's an honor roll student, good kid and stuff like that, come from a 2-parent household. I'm talking about Karmelo Anthony. His parents been married. They still together. His parents been married for 17 years. The media not talking about that. They trying to make it seem like he come from some broken family. Meanwhile, Austin Metcalf, his parents are divorced. It's rumors that they've been bullies, terrorizing that whole little neighborhood. So, or that whole little town they in. I don't know if that's true. That's just what they say. So that's what the rumors online are saying. So it's gonna be interesting to see how all this play out. But yeah, I wish the young brother would have had a little more game about himself. I know he comes from a good family, but I wish he would have, like, all that talking to the police stuff. Oh, I did it. Oh, I did it. Oh, yeah. Can I use self-defense? Man, them police ain't for you, bro. They're not for you. Why are you talking to them? See, that's something he should have been educated on. The police is not for you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If something like that happens, first thing you do is get on the phone with Pops immediately. If something like that happens, you know what I'm saying? You poke somebody, get on the phone with your father, man. Why are you talking to the police like you finna get treated fairly? And that's the naive, how naive a lot of our children have become, not understanding that racism and stuff like that still exists. You're not finna get a fair shake, not when the dynamics is white and black. That's not finna happen. You're not finna get. You know what I'm saying? Because they completely left out the entire situation about certain media outlets are leaving out that Metcalf put hands on Karmelo Anthony, Metcalf and his brother. They leaving that part out. They're not telling the whole story, but the police know the story. You know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
So even if they touched him or put hands on him, maybe, is that still grounds for self-defense since you've been through something like this?
Yeah. Well, it's a ground for self-defense, but the problem is they're going to charge him with something. I think he's going to end up getting convicted with something because if they say you're not supposed to have a knife on the grounds, then they can suggest the prosecution gonna try to suggest intent. He went there to cause problems. He sat on the other team's bench on purpose.
Got you.
That's what they're gonna do, because that's what I know how they do. They're gonna say, "Oh, you came there with a knife. You sat on the other bench. Why you sit on another? Oh, you was looking for trouble." So now, if that's going to be the main thing for the defense, is going to be to explain why he was sitting over there and why he had the knife. That's the main thing, and that's what's going to get him in some trouble, man.
Did they ever say anything about some of his teammates? The Karmelo Anthony kid, did they say anything about some of his teammates or anything?
No. I ain't heard nothing, but I'm hearing different stories. Sheldon said he knew people over there too. That's good. Then see, that's gonna help him. If he knew people over there, and that can be verified, okay, he'll be that's one thing down. Now that's justified. Okay.
Well, see, I'm glad he said that too, because my thing is that, well, if he knew people over there and he was over there conversing with them and having a conversation with them, they should step up and plead on his behalf.
Yeah, for sure. They definitely should come out here and speak on the brother. And I'm glad that the community stepped up and the brother raised like over $200,000 in his defense, man. So it's good that black folks then showed up and showed out down there in Texas. That's good. So that's what's up.
So do you think this is racial?
I do. I think it's racial because the media made it racial.
Gotcha.
And what happened is it probably wasn't racial between the boys, but the fact that once it got to the media, I see a lot of conservative are trying to use this as their George Floyd moment. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to say little stuff. Oh, look what they're doing. The YNs are out of control. They look what they're doing, and they trying to paint this boy as some type of thug, but that's not what he owned. You know what I'm saying? They try to act like his. I seen all kind of lies about his family and how he was raised. They not, man. That boy parents is together. They married. He an honor roll student. Ain't been in no trouble. All kinds of stuff.
But let me ask you this: Do you think that he's had issues before? That's why he had a knife.
I think that he probably was bullied. He seemed like a kid that was probably getting bullied, and I don't know if they were the ones bullying him, but I think that he probably had a knife for protection. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, what was transpiring to the extent for you carrying a knife? It's just like, if your kid had a knife, it had to be some reason for them to carry a knife, bro. They just not carrying no knife, just be carrying one.
Yeah. It had to be something traumatic or something that happened to make them be in fear. Or would make them feel like they need to have some type of protection on them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's going to definitely come out in trial. And I think it's going to go to trial. So that probably come out in trial as well. Whatever happened with whatever he was looking for.
Now, let me say this last thing, because I don't know if you're ready to move on, but it's going to be hard for them to charge him with murder, because murder is all about intent. He stabbed him one time, and the kid, suffered severe damages to the one damage. If anything, it will be manslaughter. But murder, it's gonna be hard for them to charge her with murder, because that murder is all about intent.
Right. Yeah. No. The thing that scares me a little bit about it is because the population in that town is not really a lot of black people, to my knowledge. And if he get a jury from that town.
It's gonna be mostly white people, 100%.
Right, absolutely. So they're not gonna want to hear his, man. I'm telling you, bro, it's mess. They ain't gonna want to hear it. I know a lot of brothers is talking about the law, and he stood his ground and all that kind of stuff, bro. Listen, man. Law for white folks and law for black folks is a different thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. I hate to say it, but it's true.
Right, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand what the law say. He have a right to do this and that, but that's not, they're not gonna view it the same way. They're gonna twist it and turn it and all kind of stuff, man. I know, I've been through it. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? I took a gun from a dude and popped him, and they said once I had the gun, I was no longer in danger. Now this is somebody who pointed the gun in my head.
Exactly.
Right? Finna off me. Once I get the weapon, I'm not thinking about saving his life. I'm thinking about making sure my life is safe.
No, for real, because it's a potential that he might come back another day.
Absolutely. They say, you was no longer in danger. You took it too far, and you tried to murder him and all kind of mess. So that's what they do, man. So, you know what I mean? And they'll know the truth. They'll know the truth and still try to conceal it. They don't care, man. The prosecution dirty. They want to win cases, man. They'll hide witnesses. They'll hide information. You got to have you a good lawyer, a solid lawyer behind that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They'll try to hide all kind of stuff. Witness statements, witnesses that said one thing that could corroborate your story. They'll just won't even put it in the paperwork. Act like nobody talked to them. No, man, you gotta have a lawyer that's on that stuff for real. But yeah, man, y'all let me know in the chat, man, what y'all think, man. What y'all think of the case, man? I believe that the brother was probably defending himself, Karmelo Anthony. I think he was probably defending himself, and it's an unfortunate situation. You know,
it's crazy. When I first heard about the situation, when I heard his name, I was like, wow.
Yeah, me too. I said the same thing. I said,
right, Karmelo Anthony, that's crazy.
Right. Nuts. All right, let me see here. What we got going? I don't even know what story this is, but I'm finna play it anyway. Oh, yeah, you got to see this, man. So there is I don't know if you heard about this, but there was a transgender dog competition. You heard about this?
Oh, what?
Listen, a transgender, a trans dog, not transgender, a trans dog competition where humans who think that they're dogs competed in a dog show. All right, here we go. Yeah, he won the show. Yeah, he won. So let's finish this right here.
I don't know why Elon Musk and Donald Trump go so hard at the DEI program and the transgenders. I'm going to break the shit down, and I'm going to explain to y'all why them two really connected, how they got close, right? Now check it. Got to go back to when Obama was in office. He the one who brought the LGBTQ community on board, right? He okayed gay marriages, right? So now, with that, black people, we had Civil Rights Act and we had affirmative action. What Obama does, he switches affirmative action, changes it to DEI, which was for the LGBTQ community, right? DEI was never for black people. That was for them to attach on to the civil rights and the affirmative action that give them the rights, right? So now that's one. So now he comes with the Obamacare, which was supposed to be for elderly people, you know, that couldn't afford insurance. And you remember the Obamacare kid that was the face because his mother passed away and all that. They made him the face of Obamacare, right? Then fast forward, they had the Affordable Care Act. Now, y'all remember the little kid came back as a transgender as the face for the Affordable Care Act under the Civil Rights Act. Fully transgender. And they did this right in front of our eyes. Went from a little boy to a little girl, right? So now, this is where Elon Musk come in at. His son want to transition over from Xavier and turn into a girl. So now with Tim Walz and them, the laws that they was trying to push, which was little kids could get puberty blockers and hormone pills and mutilate their body, which Trump was totally against. Like, nah, fuck that. But they was pushing the spills to people's parents. Yo, if you don't, that'll lead them to suicide, you know. So anyway, he signed the papers for his son to take puberty blockers and all that. Now listen to this.
So my son Xavier is dead, killed by the woke mind virus. So I vowed to destroy the woke mind virus after that. So we're making some progress.
He feel he lost his son to being a transgender to the woke virus. He called it the woke virus. So now he got a vendetta. He know Trump got a vendetta. He used to fuck with the Democrats, wasn't feeling them no more behind his shit. Trump got a vendetta against the Democrats, so now they connect. So now they going at everything with the DEI because they know everything Obama did to connect the DEI to the Civil Rights Act, to the fucking affirmative action, and tried to blend it in with making it seem like black people. No, they know DEI is not for black people. So that's why everything they doing that's DEI, they snatching it out of there. So now y'all can understand what the fuck is really going on, why them two is going so hard after DEI, because it's all connected to the LGBTQ community.
All right, Blu-ray. What's your thoughts, man?
Tell me that was a joke, bro.
No, dude
bro.
won. He won for real. That was all over the place. He won the trans dog competition. He's the perfect
bro.
dog.
So, bro, how they have a trans dog competition? When you first said it, I'm thinking that they were trying to convert their actual dogs, but that was a human being.
Yep.
So we got people in real life that think they're animals.
Oh yeah. I got a whole bunch more. I just didn't want to get this video flagged because I got it's people who talking about they trans what they call it trans disabled or something. Bro, people who identify as being handicapped. They ain't handicapped.
But they're not handicapped.
But they're not handicapped. So they walk around with crutches and stuff like that, and then nothing wrong with their legs or their feet. People who identify as being blind. I always felt like a blind person, so they wear stump over their eyes so they can't see on purpose. It's ridiculous, bro.
So, and these particular individuals are getting funding.
Yeah. I don't know how much if they're getting funding now, but they was.
Bro, this stuff is, man, bro. This internet is wild, brother. That messed me up because I was waiting on to see dogs, maybe shaved or something, trying to transition. I don't know, brother. That's crazy. You got me speechless with this one. Well, man, but let me say this real quick. As far as the whole DEI stuff, man, a lot of people were bashing Trump, and there's probably some of our people in the chat that were bashing Trump, but they really didn't understand that we had billions and billions of dollars going toward our tax dollars, going toward things that they shouldn't been going toward for people with these delusional mindsets. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Our tax dollars going toward this stuff. And that's what a lot of people that was asleep didn't really realize it, because when Trump was running for office, a lot of people making it just black and white, but they're not saying, hey, listen, a lot of y'all tax dollars, first of all, is going to Ukraine. It's going to a war that ain't got nothing to do with us. Then we come back over here, and now we got the DEI programs, which is funding all this transgender everything, bro. Not some of the things. That's how they mask the whole getting funding as transgender and LGBT is through the whole DEI program. That's why they changed.
Let me say something real quick. Finish cooking. Now I was when you first sent me this, I was going to disagree with you about the DEI thing until I found out that the stuff that initially was being removed, like the Jackie Robinson stuff, they are putting that stuff is being put back in. It was being removed initially because of whatever wording they put in the original stuff, and Trump banned that stuff, the DEI. But all the black stuff is being put back in, from my understanding. I heard the Robinson stuff got put back in last month, a couple weeks ago. Anyway, go ahead though.
No, but I'm just saying that, like I say, they were masking everything, bro, with the DEI programs. Like, it was a lot of. So what was happening is, bro, they were passing. Man, it's this one. I'm gonna have to find it. It's this one thing that was passed for black people, but it was some LGBT stuff connected to it, but they never communicated. They never talked about the LGBT stuff. But so when they got rid of it, it just seemed like they were getting rid of the things that was meant for black people. But in the fine print, it was really for the LGBT community. It really wasn't for the black people. They just used black people as a reason for it to get passed, because they already know, hey, if they try to go against what we did for black people, it's going to be an uproar and it's going to be, racial tension. But not knowing that, hey, when you go read the fine print, it was really a lot of stuff for the LGBTQ community passed along with black people. And that's been done in a lot of different things, bro.
Right.
And a lot of us, we just get mad without reading.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Well, they attached themselves. This is what they did. A cold move the LGBTQ community have done. They attached themselves to the black plight, which they always do. They try to attach themselves to our plight because they know that we had political power. We had, at the time we had political power and we had a voice. You know what I'm saying? They didn't. So they attached themselves to our movement. And before you know it, they got us defending their situations. And then on top of all that, they really want our position. They don't really rock with us. These mugs get up in here. First thing they do, try to cancel Kevin Hart, trying to cancel Dave Chappelle. They coming right after black men. They trying to cancel all these black men. As soon as we let y'all in, y'all trying to piggyback off of the movement. Now y'all want to cancel us. You ain't canceling none of these conservative white folks. You coming right after. So I said, okay, I see what the hustle is. They coming in for the power. You know what I'm saying? And they try to. They that's what they do. They came right after black men from the jump, bro. So it is what it is.
Nah, I agree. I agree 100%, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we can't just we can't rage bait at everything, bro. Like anytime there's something being passed or something that Donald Trump or these politicians try to do, it's very important for us to educate ourselves and really, really read the fine print and see what's really going on before we just start, making judgment. That's just my personal opinion. Because like I say, when I was going for Trump, it was a lot of people upset. But when I sit down and have a conversation and I explain why, you might not like everything, my reasoning, but at least you can understand. But when you go look at the left and everything they were doing, bro, they would just turn this country up, bro. They were literally destroying this country. Because when you go look at our trade deals, when you really go read them for yourself and look at how these other countries been benefiting off the United States versus how we benefit off them, any businessman in his right mind gonna say, no, these are not fair trade deals. But you see the social media and you see, CNN and all these different platforms bashing Trump. But if I was to do it, you're a businessman, 7-8. If I say, hey, 7-8, I'm gonna do business with you, me and you gonna make money together, but I'm gonna be the only one profiting. Does that sound like a fair deal?
No, it's ridiculous. But that's what America has been doing for a long time. Now I agree. I think Trump is coming in with an iron fist, and I think some of it is a little bit overboard. But I do agree that America should be coming out on top of these deals. And I also say this too. This is where I think the Democrats messed up at. Now, and I said this before, but people don't want to listen, man. Look, the Democrats messed up, all right, with Kamala Harris. Okay, this ain't about if you like Kamala Harris or not, or she a sister, and this ain't about none of that. This is about common sense. They messed up because, first of all, when she ran for president in 2020, in the primary, she got destroyed by Tulsi Gabbard, and nobody voted for her. Nobody black voted for Kamala Harris. She got put out of the primary. Joe Biden wins the Democratic primary, and then I told people then on Trill Boxing, I said, bro, Trill talk in the morning, I said Joe Biden's going to pick Kamala Harris as his running mate because it was always rumors back then already fracturing in the black vote was fractured, and I said he going to try to get black women on his side. He going to pick Kamala Harris, and that's what he did. He picked Kamala Harris. Easy to spot. right? Even though nobody voted for her. So she was an unlikable candidate because she was a prosecutor, okay? That don't sit well in the black community, okay? She's a prosecutor. Then on top of that, she becomes vice president. And then when Joe Biden, y'all put Joe Biden out here in these debates. And then when Joe Biden gets destroyed by Trump in that first debate, and he looking like, you know what I'm saying, he forgetting his, he looking like he's a senior citizen or something, they pulled a coup. Instead of them saying, hey man, we don't think Joe can beat Biden. We don't think Joe Biden is up. We don't think Joe can beat Trump. We don't think Joe is up to it. Let's have a quick Democratic primary. Just have a debate. Have a few Democratic people up here, 4-5 candidates, and let's get somebody. They didn't do none of that. They said, nope, Kamala Harris. The donors are gonna get behind Kamala Harris. So what they did was they forced a candidate onto the people and thought so this is what I'm saying. When people say stuff like, oh, the president is not elected, he's selected, all that kind of stuff, this is the type of stuff they're talking about. You tried to force this woman for the second time into that position, which looks suspicious to people. She's not a likable candidate, okay? This ain't about whether you like her or not. This ain't about her being black, her being a woman, none of that. Indian. This is about, it was a bad strategy. They did not have a fair democratic process to put her into that election, in my opinion. Then, on top of all of that, you come out and you start insulting black men. Oh, we're talking about these black. Obama come on the campaign trail insulting black men. He in a room full of black men that's supporting Kamala Harris, and you talking about oh, black men gotta step up and black men gotta, like, hold up, bro. No, that's when I decided right then and there, you ain't getting my vote. You know what I'm saying? Because I was thinking about, I said, you know what, I might vote because I don't like Trump. You know what I'm saying? Trump is cool on certain things, certain issues. But I said, man, I don't know. I might go. But when Obama said that, I said, yep, here we go. This every time. Now we to blame again for no reason. You in a room full of black men on camera who there to support this woman volunteering.
Exactly.
You want to create the narrative that black men ain't doing something. Okay, fine. So that was a mistake. The other mistake she did was when people said, what's her plan for black men or for black people? She took her already existing plan that was for everybody, first-time homeowners and stuff like that. She took that plan and put black men on top of their name on top, as if that's a new plan. But when you read it, it's the same plan she had on her website the whole time. And then if you read inside of it, it say this is not just for black people, it's for everybody. So I'm like, okay, she's insulting black folks' intelligence. Then bringing the chick up there, what's her name? Meg Thee Stallion.
Meg Thee Stallion, all that ratchet nonsense they was doing.
Bro, that's not how you win over the black vote. You might be able to get ninjas to vote for you under that, but that's not how you get black folks. We got businesses, we parents, you know what I'm saying? We grandparents, we regular people. You can talk to me normal. You ain't got to talk to me with no
nigga stuff.
Yeah, you ain't got to do that. That's not what appeals to me as a voter. So facts. I think that's what messed up Kamala Harris. Even though some of her ideas I thought was good, but the masses of it, and they never addressed. This is a huge issue that nobody want to talk about. They never addressed the transgender stuff that was going on in the country. Trump did, but the Democrats purposely stayed away from it as not to offend nobody. Okay, and that's
well, they can't offend them when they backing them, bro.
Yeah, and I'm talking about not to offend us. Is what I'm saying. They didn't want to offend us by coming out saying that openly, even though we know they were supporting. So I think that's where the Democrats messed up with their strategy. And now Trump got full reign, and he doing what he doing out here. So now the Democrats gonna have to go back to the drawing board, and they're gonna have to think about what's more important to them going forward. To win this next election, look at what people care about. Stop trying to push these agendas and look at what people care about. Okay, people care about the economy, jobs, inflation, family, that kind of stuff, man. Stop trying to push. Don't nobody care about kids having the right at 10 years old to get sex changes. Ain't nobody. That's not a real thing. Y'all making that a thing.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all, nobody care about this.
No, that's crazy. But I'm gonna tell you something else. I don't know if you privy to this information. Another reason they picked Kamala Harris is because all the money from the donors that they raised for Biden, if they would have had a regular primary, all that money would have just went away because it couldn't have transferred to nobody but Kamala.
Right.
Yeah, all the millions of dollars that they had raised, it couldn't go to another candidate. It could only go to Kamala Harris. That's another reason I think they went on to put her up so they can use all the donor money that they had already had for Joe Biden so we can transfer to her instead of getting a new candidate. And now all these millions of dollars that's been raised, it's just, I don't know what that process is as far as, where that money would go, but I know it doesn't transfer to the individual that will win the DNC primary.
Right. Okay. Now let's go. We got another topic here. A shout out to the chat. I see you in the building. Homie say Trump used Hogan and Kid Rock and Joe Rogan. And yeah, he did. He used all of them. You know what I'm saying? Well, none of them twerking and showing they behind either. Let me see here. Here we go. I got this topic here. Now this is listen, I gotta get your views on this here. So allegedly, this woman pulls up to her husband, I guess, or her boyfriend. She tracked his phone or whatever, he ain't answering, and she think he cheating with a woman or something. So let me play the tape.
Be fucking kidding me. Ryan won't answer his fucking phone. He's at someone's fucking house on his location. Who the fuck's house is this? Whose fucking house is this, bro? What the fuck? Hi, is Brian here? That's his card. Who?
I don't know Brian.
That's my boyfriend. He's here and he needs to come out right now, or I'm calling the police.
You can't call the police. It's in my house. Bye.
Dude. Holy fucking shit. On me with a fucking man? You're cheating on me with that fucking man, Brian? Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Who is that? Who is that?
It's my friend from fucking gaming, bro.
You just fucked that guy?
No, it's my friend from gaming.
You just fucked that guy.
No, that's my
You
friend
just
from
fucked that
Xbox.
Oh my god, Brian, you just fucked that
That's
guy?
my friend from Xbox.
Why weren't you answering me?
Because I didn't have my phone on me. We were playing Xbox, bro. That's my friend from Xbox. Can you please just leave me alone?
Why does he have no pants on? You were just fucking him.
No, I wasn't.
You
I
were
was my
just
friend
fucking
from
him.
Xbox.
You were just fucking him.
No.
You're cheating on me while I'm pregnant.
Oh, just go.
I'm calling the police. You're gone. You're getting
Can we
convicted.
go?
You were just cheating on me with a man.
No, I wasn't.
You were just.
man.
This is going on Facebook. That man had no pants on. That's all on video.
No.
Oh yes, it is. You're cheating on me with a
Are you
man.
fucking fine? Whatever, man. Can we go?
You are done. You're never seeing your fucking kids again.
Whatever, bro.
You just fuck my boyfriend?
No, I did not, okay?
He fucked you? What happened? Tell me what happened. I'm pregnant. We have 3 fucking kids.
Not a thing happened here, okay? He's a friend. Screw.
Who are you?
I'm gonna call the police.
Call the police.
Get the fuck off my property.
Call the police. Wow. Brian's cheating on me with a fucking dude.
Get a good fucking look. Get off my property right now. You got some fucking nerve coming to somebody else's house, you bitch. Fuck out of here.
You enjoy his asshole? You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Man,
Man,
hold up,
bro, I seen that, bro, man, I don't have no reaction to that, bro.
man. Look. My thing is this, man. This is my thing. What's up, Cannon? Look, I see you in the building. Salute to AC Box. I see you, Phenomenal Mexican, Joe Townsend, everybody up in here. The thing that tripped me out is, okay, you say nothing happened. You say you wasn't in there doing no zesty stuff. You was in there. That's your friend from gaming, right? But this is one thing, right? I've never, even playing a video game or just going to kick it with the homie or whatever, I've never been in the presence of a dude outside of a locker room where a dude didn't have no pants on. Okay, so y'all just chilling around the house playing video games, and he's sitting Indian style with no pants on, just in his drawers. And then on top of that, why did dude come to the door so hostile? Well, the girl, like most dudes, like if the homie at my crib and the girl say, "Hey, is Chris here?" I'm just, oh, okay. Hey, Chris, your girl here. It's that simple. There's no attitude. There's no, oh, he's in my house and you get out of here right now. What the?
Right.
Come on, bro. This dude, you basically told on yourself why you have an attitude with this dude girl. Like I never seen
Bruh.
that. You clearly, man. Listen, man. The zest has got control in this country, man.
Bro, when I was in school, when I played sports, I used to go home and take my shower, bro. I never took a shower at the school, bro. Not one time.
Right.
Bro, I swear to God, bro. I don't listen, bro. I got a phobia, and I ain't scared to say it. I don't want to see no man naked, bro. Period.
Right.
Bro. That's why, bro. That's why I would never end the running trains on women, bro. That ain't me, bro. I don't want to be in no room or whatever. You know what I mean? We all in this now, bro. That's just me. I ain't knocking nobody there. If that's what y'all used to do or however y'all did it, bro. My mindset just always been, bro. I should have been a boxer. I like fighting one-on-one. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
For real. Yeah, man, that's crazy, bro. And that thing, yeah, man, let me be quiet before we get banned on YouTube.
Nah, I feel you, bro.
Bro, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's wild, man. I never been a fan of the running trains either. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I tell everybody, like when the homies was on that, like, look, man, let me go first. Then y'all get to, you know what I'm saying? Let me go first, and y'all do what y'all gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Later, I ain't got time for all that, man. I ain't coming to get no leftovers, and I don't want to have no erection with no man in the room. You know what I'm saying?
Period, bro. I mean,
You know
not at all, bro. I'm not down with that, bro. Never have been.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't understand what they do. You know, it's not for me to try to understand. But you know, for a man to be, bro, it's only two things you can do with a man, bro. And it's like you can get it from a female, bro. This is crazy.
Right.
And then when you deal with a man in that capacity, it's not even natural. It's forced. You know what I mean? Bro, it's huge. I don't get it, bro. Then this dude, you got kids. This stuff that went on social media, bro. Man, he dude crashing out, bro. It's crazy. No, for real, bro. You got 3 kids.
Man, the man that gave up his whole family, and he went viral on the internet. She recorded him. She said, "You're fucking that guy. You're fucking him." He said, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not." Motherfuckers.
They got a. Oh, bro, yeah.
Yeah, these dudes got to control their perversions, man. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
That's what's happening out here now, man. Let me see what. Let's go move on to the next story here, man.
Yeah.
You guys are more welcome to, but we can sit right here. They were talking.
We're gonna go ahead and just refuse service. There's no reason. That's what we're gonna go ahead and do today. I'll go ahead and I'll take that. If you guys could go ahead and please leave the store, we'd really appreciate it.
Wait, so why do you have to leave the store?
Because we're just refusing service. We don't have to have a reason.
I think you should have a reason for kicking us out of the store. We're just shopping here. What is your reason?
To be completely honest with you, I don't have to have a reason. I'm just letting you guys know.
So, are you going to kick everyone else out of the store too? Funny.
If we have the right to refuse service to anybody, so I'm having the right to refuse service to you guys. I don't have to have a reason. So that is my reason. So I'm just asking you guys to please leave the store today.
It's ridiculous. It's really happening. So you've seen us steal before? Is that what you're saying?
Nobody said that at all.
That's what he said. That we're repeat shoplifters here.
We've seen you in here before. I didn't.
I have not been here.
So
I haven't been here. I don't even know the last time.
To be honest with you guys, we've seen you in here plenty of times before.
Us too.
Yeah, we've seen people.
Do you have like a picture? Because it's not us.
I don't need to show you guys. I'm refusing service to you guys today. I've asked you guys to please leave the store. I don't need you guys to get violent or anything like that.
Violent?
You guys are.
Let's go. Let's go.
If you guys, hold on. If you guys want, I'll talk to you guys outside. Okay.
Whoa. So 2 black girls in the store. I think that's the HB store or something like that. They were asked to leave by security, and they asked why. And I guess the manager lady came over and told them she don't need to explain to them. She don't got no reason. She just don't want them there. She said she's seen them there plenty of times before. So the black girl's like, what? Did y'all think we stealing or something? No. We just refusing service. What's your thoughts, Blue Air?
Well, we just going to court.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have a valid discrimination lawsuit easily. So there's no reason to be getting upset. No reason to get irate. That's going to be even more better on your part for if you decide to take them to court. Now, if you got out, get on ratchet, acting a whole fool, then they could use something like that to use against you. But it seems like those young ladies were very civil. They didn't get upset. They were inquiring about, what's the reason? We haven't done anything wrong, which is their right. So I think they handled themselves in a good manner. And I just think they have a great lawsuit on their hands. And so hopefully, things work out. It turns out in their favor.
Indeed, man. I think they did, like you said, I think they did right by recording it and keeping their composure. And as soon as that woman said she was trying to bait them, no need to get, I don't want you guys to get violent, all that kind of stuff. She said a whole bunch of racist, prejudicial stuff up in there, stereotypical stuff. They should just take that to court. Which H&M is called, okay.
Man, it's one of my favorite stores. Golly.
Yeah, H&M. I remember they had somebody in the chat, Boxing Fan 5-4 said they had a black child with the monkey shirt on. I remember that back in the day.
I remember that too. So what they should do is take it to court, get a lawyer, take it to court. They got a nice lawsuit coming. You know what I'm saying? They got a nice lawsuit. They can't do that. So I have a right to refuse service to anyone at any time. Okay, cool. And you also got a right to get sued because whoever that manager is trying to be tough, she finna cost H&M a bunch of bread. A substantial amount. Because I remember when the whole monkey thing happened, I think I stopped shopping there for at least a whole year. For a fact, I didn't shop there for a whole year.
I don't think I ever shopped there. I ain't never been up in there, I don't think.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite little spots to shop, me keeping it real with you.
I've never been there. I don't know if they gotta have one in Milwaukee somewhere, I guess. Probably in the mall somewhere. But I ain't bought no clothes from the mall, and I don't know when, man. I think I go to the mall, I'm going with my nephew or something, with my daughter, letting them go shopping. Last thing I bought from the mall, somebody hustled me into buying some little dude in the middle of the mall hustled me into buying some shoe cleaner. Yeah, that's the last thing I bought. Everything else, all my clothes and stuff, I go to Burlington Coat Factory. I go to all kind of little different spots now. See, I ain't been to the mall in years for not from the clothes.
Yeah.
What's up, Ram? I see you in the building. Shoes too. Yeah, shoes. I might go get me some shoes or something, but I ain't been there in years for that either. All the shoes I got in my basement. But no, they got a lawsuit. But in general, I think black people need to do this though. When you go somewhere and people is giving you bad service, and they don't want you there, don't trip. Don't even make no scene. Document the situation and leave. It don't make no sense to escalate and get mad. Do exactly what them girls did. They documented it. They recorded it. They getting treated unfairly. They leave. That's your lawsuit right there. like don't fight for the right to be somewhere where somebody don't want you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, that don't even make sense. Like that, I never understood how people will fight for their right to eat at a restaurant like Denny's or something. You getting bad customer service already. The waitress got an attitude like, oh no, they gonna get my food. Why? What they been a spit on your food? Man, I remember one time when we was like we were teenagers. My homeboy, we were skipping school. You know what I'm saying? Wild. High school, we were skipping school, and we went to this pizza spot we used to go to, and they still got the best pizza in the city, man. You know what I mean? But back in them days, they definitely did. And you should get ready to get 2 medium pizzas, I think, for like $10 or something. 2 medium pizzas for $10 or something. And so we got those and went to my boy house, getting ready to play video games, whatever. And but the thing is, my boy was talking crazy to the dudes in the pizza shop. You know what I'm saying? We was kind of high, and then just talking crazy. Just not even thinking we young and dumb, not even understanding these people making your food. So, man, I shouldn't even be telling y'all this story. but it's a lesson learned. You know what I'm saying? Man, we sit down there, man. We playing the game, turn on the PlayStation, and the pizza is like super greasy, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, you pick the pizza up and it's like grease just dripping down. Like, man, they just pour all this grease on it, man. Bro, long story short, it wasn't no grease. Somebody took a pee on the pizza.
What?
Yeah, filthy, ham, filthy. And my boy threw up. He threw up. He's like, man, it's too much grease on this. I'm like, whatever. So like, man, whatever. But then we got to looking at it like, man, why is there so much grease on there? So we took a paper towel and started dabbing it. Started dabbing the pizza or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So we got dabbing all the grease off of it, and then threw the paper towel, like kind of like, you know, on the floor in the corner, whatever. About 2 hours later, that paper towel smelled like straight piss, bro.
Wow.
That's how we found out what it was. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know, we was young and dumb at that time, so best believe we gotta get back. We knew who was up there, but still, that was filthy, bro. And that's why I learned from that age. I was like, what, 15, 16? I said, man, I ain't never talking crazy to nobody else who make my food. If the motherfucker disrespecting us, we just ain't eating there.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
End of discussion. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I agree 100%.
Yeah, that's wild. But yeah, so yeah, you know, black folks, be careful out there, man. You know, don't be fighting for your right to be in somebody's presence who don't want you, man. You know what I mean? Don't be fighting for your right to sit on the same toilet seat as somebody else. You know that, and that's a whole other topic. You know what I mean? The whole
That's real.
But yeah, Blu-ray, man. Tell the people they can find you, bro.
Oh man, you can find me right here on the No 304 show. We appreciate all of you that continue to chime in, tune in to the podcast. Like I said, we're gonna have more content coming. A lot of great things coming in the future. We're gonna have some panels where we can all come together, and you know, we still working out the kinks of this show, but I think me and 78 doing a phenomenal job. I appreciate 78 for the love on the platform, and you know, catch me right here.
Yes, sir, man. Shout out to my brother Blu-ray, and shout out to the chat. Appreciate y'all coming through every week here, and you know, we'll see y'all next week, man. Next Sunday. Yeah, Ram. We had to put that salve down. Yeah, we got busy. You know what I'm saying? We were young and dumb, so we didn't care back in them days. But yeah, he ain't no way he was gonna get away with that. Ain't no way. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to the chat, man. I'll holler at y'all in a minute, man. I'm finna go watch Luka. See if Luka gonna beat the Dallas Mavericks right here. I'm gonna holler at y'all in a minute. We up out of here, deuces. Share the video, y'all.